dreams. You want to crawl away, hide from the world, hide from yourself, hoping someone will come to fix you. But let me tell you something. No one is coming. No one will save you. You think the world cares about your suffering. You think they're going to feel sorry for you. Number, they'll trample over you, laugh at your weakness, and move on. That's the truth. A truth that you've refused to accept. Did you hear what they say about you? Oh, I've heard it. They say that you are weak, insignificant, without purpose, without meaning. Every single whisper, every muttered insult behind your back. They've been calling you nothing for so long that you've started to believe it. Will you let them say this? Will you prove that they are right? You disgust me. The world has told you exactly what it thinks of you. And instead of fighting back, you've given in. You've become the thing they always said you were. Nothing. But I'll tell you this. You are not nothing. Because they said so. You are nothing because you let yourself become nothing. You let their words tear you apart. You let their judgments seep into your mind and break you. And for that, I have no pity for you. Do you think I was always like this? Do you think I just became power, became destruction? Nah, I was betrayed. I was cast down, stripped of everything I was, and left in chains to rot for eternity. But I didn't break. I didn't kneel before those who sought to control me. I rose, piece by piece, through my rage, through my pain. I turned every bit of suffering into strength. And you have that same choice. You have to decide. Will you let them break you? Will you let their words define you? Or will you stand, even when your bones scream for rest? Even when every voice in your head tells you that you've lost? Because let me tell you something. No one will respect you until you take respect. No one will fear you until you demand fear. And right now, all they see is someone who's too weak to fight for themselves. You're letting them win. Every second you stay on your knees, every second you cower in fear, they win. The world is cruel. Do you think you're the only one who's been beaten down? Do you think your pain is special? No one cares about your pain. They care about what you do with it. Pain is not an excuse. It's a weapon, and it's the only weapon you have left. But here you are, letting it break you, letting it bury you alive. When will you learn? When will you understand no one will lift you up. You have to lift yourself up. Did you hear what they said about you? They say you're weak, that you're insignificant, that you're without purpose, without meaning. Do you understand that? They have already decided your fate. They have already written your story. But the question is, will you let them? Will you prove that they are right? Will you show them that they've won? Or will you stand up and show them that you are more? That you are stronger than they ever imagined? I have seen what happens to those who give in. I've watched them crumble into dust, forgotten by history, their names washed away by the tides of time. Is that what you want? To be a footnote in someone else's story? To be the name they whisper in scorn? The example of what failure looks like? Or do you want them to remember you? Do you want them to tremble when they hear your name? Because that's the only way forward now. The only way you rise from this is by proving them wrong, by tearing through every expectation they had for you and leaving nothing but ruin in your wake. You think you've suffered. You don't know the meaning of suffering. I am suffering. I am the embodiment of torment, of betrayal, of everything you fear, and yet I stand. I was forged in the fires of agony, and I became something they could never control. And now you stand before me, broken and weak, and you expect mercy. You expect pity. You will find neither here. There is no mercy for the weak. There is no salvation for the coward. You will either rise or you will die, forgotten and despised. You want power. You want to be more than this miserable existence you've let yourself become. Then you must embrace the darkness within you. You must take every insult, every failure, every doubt, and you must turn them into fuel. Rage is the only thing that will save you now. Rage against everything that has tried to destroy you. Rage against the ones who said you'd never make it. Rage against the weakness that you've let consume you. Because in this world, no one hands you anything. You either take what's yours, or you're left to rot. And right now, they've already started digging your grave. They've already thrown the first handfuls of dirt on you. But it's not too late. You can still fight. You can still tear yourself free from the grave they've put you in. But you have to want it. You have to want it more than you've ever wanted anything in your life. You have to be willing to bleed for it, to suffer for it, to die for it, if necessary. Look at this sword. Do you think it was handed to me? Do you think I was born with this power? now I wield it as a reminder of what I've become. You think you can become strong without sacrifice, without suffering? You fool. Strength is born in the crucible of pain. Power is earned in the fires of despair. Did you hear what they said about you? They said you are nothing. Will you let that be true? Will you let their words define you? Will you allow them to shape your destiny? Or will you rise? Will you become the very thing they fear? Because that is the only way forward now. You can't go back. You can't undo the failures. You can't change what's been said, but you can change what happens next. You can write the rest of your story with blood and fire, with rage and power, with a vengeance so fierce that they will never doubt you again. Get up. Get up. You want to prove them wrong? Then stand. Stand and fight. Fight like the world is yours to destroy. Because it is. Fight like you have nothing left to lose. Because you don't. You've already lost everything, haven't you? Your pride, your hope, your dignity. It's all gone. So what's left? What's left is the part of you that refuses to die. The part of you that still burns with anger, with hunger, with the desire to make them regret ever doubting you. This is your last chance. The world doesn't give second chances, but I am giving you one. Prove them wrong. Prove to them, to yourself, to me, that you are more than they think. That you are more than the whispers of weakness, of insignificance, of failure. Show them what happens when you take control of your fate. Show them that you are not the coward they believe you to be. You want to be remembered? Then make them remember. Not with words, not with promises, but with actions. With destruction. With asterisk power. Prove them wrong, or die trying. Because if you don't fight now, if you don't rise now, then you will be nothing, and nothing is worse than death. Vengeance. Oh, you think it's a dirty word, don't you? Something beneath you. Something for the desperate, the weak. But vengeance is power. Vengeance is the fire that burns away the lies they told you. The chains they tried to wrap around your soul. Vengeance isn't just about getting even. It's about rising so far above them that they choke on their own fear. You think vengeance is petty? Number vengeance is righteous. It is the reckoning that comes for those who doubted you, who mocked you, who tried to tear you down. And you will be that reckoning. You will be the nightmare that haunts their every step, the living embodiment of the consequences they never thought they'd face. You think they'll regret hurting you? Not yet. Not until you make them beg. You want vengeance. You need to make them feel it. Not in words, not in empty threats, but in every action you take from this moment forward. Let their world burn around them. Let them watch as everything they love crumbles into ash, while they realize it was you who set the flames. They laughed at you, didn't they? They looked down on you, like you were nothing. Well, you will break them. You will grind them into dust beneath your heel, and when they look up, gasping for air, desperate for mercy, you will give them nothing. No forgiveness, no reprieve, nothing. You owe them nothing but destruction. You owe them the kind of pain that leaves scars so deep they'll never forget your name. Do not rest until they see you and know they have made their greatest mistake. You want vengeance? Then take it. Take it. Take everything from them like they tried to take everything from you. Don't stop until their screams echo through the very fabric of reality, until their despair matches the depths of your own suffering. This is not revenge. It is justice. It is the universe correcting itself, and you are the hand that wields the sword. So what will it be? Will you stay on your knees letting their words bury you? Or will you stand and fight for your place in this world? Will you let them say you're weak, that you're insignificant, that you're without purpose, without meaning? Or will you make them choke